DMV Sports 3. Hey, how y'all doing? We are back. We're back. We're back. We're back again. And we are here talking all things Commanders today. Let's shout out to all our DMV fans. And right now, in the very beginning of this, we want to say thank you to everybody who takes the time to view our show, subscribe, and even share. It really, really means a lot to us, man. I mean, these old guys, we get on here when we can. And for you guys to do that, man, much love, one love, DMV style to you and yours. Today, I got my man, Big Al. I woke him up because it's off season. I got my man Deacon down at the bottom. He's having an internet war right now. So if he fades in and out, it's only because they're trying to stop all of the intelligent, intellectual words that are about to come out of his mouth. Good night. As we talk injuries, money, and strategy. But before we get started, brothers, let's get it.
Keep it real where the hood's at. Swing a wooden bats at your so-called cats. You know how we roll. Y'all get up in the back. Roll call in the back. Stole the Bama, watch basketball flag.
In DC, where you got chickens that make it harder to get them digits, the skins and them cowboy
In
tickets.
DC, decay corpse, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back. Four corners of hate, four corners of death, four corners that'll take your last breath. Northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest. It's the devil's diamond, feel it from your head to your chest. Hope you got your best. Four corners of hate, four corners of death, four corners that'll take your last breath.
We back again, and thank you everybody for showing up and listening to the old guys. So today, fellas, let's talk about commander potential. We don't say the I word on here because of our history. We are we've been commander fans since about 75. Legit.
75. I was 5 at that time. I
We
was
was
Commander
able
fan.
to understand what we was watching. We saw our dad sitting on the couch, pointing and yelling and screaming at a then Washington Redskin team.
Lost a couple TVs.
Hey,
That's what
and
happened.
especially since we were the remote controls, and all you young individuals out there, we'll have a show about that. Remote control and video editors, as we have to move from those.
Hey, boy, look. Hey, son, go turn that channel for me.
Hey, move it to the right, move it to the left. Turn the switch. Hold it. Don't you move.
The antenna, young fellas.
What's an antenna? Look it up. Anyway, so in the recovery mode, we have some individuals who we feel and we know when they return are going to be impact players. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to bring up a name that I hadn't talked about in a long time. Matter of fact, I haven't mentioned his name in months. But now I'm ready to talk about him again, and that is our rookie phenom, #1 pick, Chase Young. Chase Young is coming back from a major injury. So first, fellas, I'm going to let you do a round table. I'm sorry. He's recovering.
That's right.
Recovering from something. So, guys, what y'all think about his recovery and how he's going to be impactful? Let's do this.
Hey, Chase said he's all in for game 1, baby. He's all in for game 1. He probably going to have a little t-shirt or a little vest or a little bra strap or something saying all in for game 1 or something like that. You know how he does. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have something on that maybe is inappropriate.
That was shade. Yes, it was shade.
But he's all in for game 1, according to my man Chase.
You can't help but the pictures that pop in your head, man.
What pictures is that, Diggy?
We're gonna move on from that picture, but anyway, Chase is ready, man. He's moving straight ahead, going forward. He's getting ready for lateral movement. He's getting ready to go full go for the start of the camp. You know, right now he's not going full go, but he's ahead of schedule according to him from his knee injury, and he's ready to go all in for camp. He said he's gonna be ready to go. So we'll see I'm hoping that he takes his time because I want him not to rush things. We have had history of top talent on our team, the number one picks and stuff like that, trying to be ready for the after the injury and pushing too much too fast. And the next thing you know, the career is derailed. So in this case, the recovery period, I want him to take his time in the recovery period because his potential is so great. So what do you think about Chase talking about all in for game one, Deacon?
Well, I mean, Big Al, when you say all in for game one, you only think about Bobby Three Sticks, man. And we hate to hear that. And hopefully he's ready for game one, but only if he's ready. I mean, a knee injury is not something to mess around with. Usually it's the second year that you get real stable on your legs again. And in his position, he's going to be doing a lot of pushing against big fellas. You know what I'm saying? He can't just do the speed rush anymore. Everybody got that speed rush down. He got the timing down. So he's got to find a different way to do things. So hopefully he is ready physically and mentally for game one. Yeah. But until he's ready, he shouldn't come back. Let's just say that. I don't need a 70% Chase because that's 100% recipe for injury. So I'm okay with him being ready. I'm okay for him shooting for that. But let's just make sure that he's ready.
And I think he is definitely needed. One of the things that does those intangibles that Chase brings, man, he is the motivator, man. And as I said in the last show, man, if we can compete, we're going to really shake some things up. And Chase Young is a motivator, man. And you get on that sideline, man, somebody got their head down. Chase the kind of guy to walk over there, pick their head up, say something to him, and get them motivated to get out there on that field. And that's impactful, man. That's one thing that our coaches don't seem to know how to do.
Hey, Coach, is there anything you want to change?
I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell that. Everybody's like, football's a team game, okay? It's not a team game, okay? I did my part, all right? I put in a great game plan. I mean, these players, they're horrible.
So bringing him in and bringing him back and ready in, I believe what Deacon said is true.
Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Yes, I don't want him rushing back. Career ending is all I see. There was a video that was out for a young man play for Chicago. I can't think of his name. He was working out in the facility. He decided to, I guess, what is that? I don't know if it was.
Oh yeah, that was a Baltimore.
Whatever. He put himself on social media and he was going to do a drill.
Yeah.
The second step.
Yep.
Popped his Achilles.
Popped.
Right there on the video, and that was the hardest thing to watch, man.
Right.
There's nothing more devastating than being in a situation where that happens, but then not even in a game situation, not even. For glory, I guess, those old guys, it was for glory. Your coach used to say, run through that wall. And we would say, yes, sir. We knew what he meant. And, man, so for Chase, going back to Deacon, I agree. Now, next, moving on up. Let's go stay offensively. Well, most of these guys I'm going to mention is offensive. I'm going to mention a guy that you guys probably weren't prepared to talk about. Curtis Samuels. Folks, we were so excited last year when we got Curtis Samuels, man. We felt like we had a dynamic duo ready to hit the field, and unfortunately, Mr. Samuels fell down to the wayside earlier than Mr. Young. What's the word out there on Curtis, and how do y'all feel? I'm going to go with Deacon first. What's up, brother?
Well, he is like all athletes in the postseason and in the off season. They love to put out workout tapes. Looking good, strong, running fast, pulling a little balloon behind him.
Balloon pop racing, first above the Biggie win.
We seen it.
Little balloon.
Parachute, man, parachute.
Whatever.
He's like, I just imagine Curtis Samuels running with the little balloon. I'm better.
Ready? Go.
Hey man, you gotta start somewhere. So we seen those tapes, man, and hopefully he is giving his injury enough time to heal properly before he starts getting into the workout procedure. We don't know until he actually hits the track, because he has been seldom seen as far as it was last year. You know, he would come in and maybe 2 plays be out, and it wasn't even worth him jumping in there. But hopefully, I'm hoping that he comes back strong, man, and is able to play this year, because he would have made a big difference, I believe, last year, because I think that was the lineup that we had predicted to play. But when it didn't happen, we was, all over the place with our lineup as far as the wide receivers are concerned. And that it really tells itself, because J.D. McKissick was our number 2 receiver, and he's a running back. So hopefully, it is true that he's all ready to go. I think if anybody's ready to go, he's gonna be ready to go day one, because he has the most time off, and his injury happened the earliest. So, and he did play a little bit here and there last year, so it's not like he was totally broke. That's hopefully he got.
It definitely wasn't the Curtis Samuels that we signed.
Not the sign we signed. I think he, despite like the Deacon said, his workout tapes seem like he's ready to go 100%. Like he recaptured a lot of his speed. This what we see online. And I'm like I said, I'm a Commanders fan, so I'm a fan, number one, big time fan. So I'm really ready for him to do his thing, and really looking forward to seeing him doing this thing. And I'm pretty sure, if he's not, I'm gonna be mad. After 2 years, I'm gonna be mad. This brother's making about $11 million a year. That's good money. That's real good money.
Yeah,
not to play. You know what I'm saying? Or to play, or catch
the greatest money to be on the bench, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing him do his thing and be our Debo Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Being that versatile player that we was looking forward to seeing next year. And I'm looking for my man, because I know my man Scott Turner is putting up some great combination plays for him. To
we send a memo about him saying Scott. I thought he got the memo, Deacon.
He ignores everything I send him.
YouTube.
That's the Coca-Cola commercial. Yes, make it happen.
Have a Coke and a smile, except when you're talking about Scott Turner.
Hey man, going back to Samuels, looking forward to seeing him. I'm counting on him. Trey?
He'd have made a difference last year, though. You do believe that, though, right? If he was healthy.
Oh yeah. If he would have did this, what he did in Carolina, hey, that's all we.
He was what we brought in for him to be our Debo Samuels before Debo Samuels did that last year.
Right.
So we were ahead of the curve. We just had the wrong dude, So this year we got the right dude. It's the same dude, but he says he's healthy. I'm gonna have to believe he's healthy, and we're gonna have to treat him as such.
And Deacon, he's still running with that balloon too. So hey,
that's right. We're gonna put him on the field, that balloon.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that
we're gonna put a balloon in his groin.
and everybody knows. What was that?
What did he say?
We're gonna put a balloon in his groin so that joint.
Trey, let's move on, man.
We must move on at this point.
I am securing my masculinity, baby.
Oh Lord,
he's still talking.
Hey, let it lie. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here from Mr. I'm Always Right. Curtis Samuel's going to be the biggest, most impactful player in 2022-2023 season. Watch what I say. People are going to talk about Curtis Samuels as if Scary Terry wasn't on the field. Watch what I say. All right. The last person who is coming back from being down and he is recovering, unfortunately, and the reason why I saved him last, seems like his recovery is going to be a little longer. And that is one of my favorite players. Honestly, very close to being the favorite, Mr. Logan Thomas. Man, so I'm going to start real quick, man. Look, Logan Thomas, man, I mean, literally, I really had him as the reincarnation of our man, Big Reed, the big baby, man child, he was so, oh my God, the potential for him was through the roof, and he just could not stay healthy, man. But it's the same injury, man. And when you're talking about concussions and you're talking about that situation, it now bodes me, as I'm an older guy and I get out of my reckless behaviors, to say, man, is this something that you're really just trying to do for us, the fans? Don't do it. If it's something that's saying that your brain, I mean, I remember a guy, young man. What's the gentleman, man? He was, and I never liked the Patriots, but I liked him. Linebacker. Say out. When I say out.
Julius say out. Yeah, what you say out? Yeah, but Trey, Logan Thomas had a knee injury. That's
so he didn't have.
No. You're talking about St. Jude's. St. Jude's had the
concussion. But Logan went out the last time too. Okay, I got him mixed up.
Yeah. Logan has a knee injury.
Good.
He's recovering from a knee injury.
And I didn't even have St. Jude's on the list. As a matter of fact, it was funny because St. Jude's, I forgot. I mean, he was awesome in the beginning of the year, but he went out so early. Yeah. I totally forgot about him. So when people mention him, when they talk defense, I'm like, oh yeah, right. Okay, but good. Now let's talk back to the knee. Commercial break. We're back to the knee. Still, he's saying he's not ready. Which had me thinking more head injury, Al. Because here's my thing. The concussion thing. Did anybody watch the Will Smith concussion movie?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yo, man, that's an eye-opening experience. Right. For me to see it and say and I 100% accept the misstep on the injury, but he was in concussion protocol. So I'm wondering if it's all knee, because you got your boy coming back. Chase ready to go day one, but Logan Thomas has been out for a minute too. So I don't know. I just know that if he comes back healthy, if he comes back ready to play, oh my goodness, there's a lot of teams. That's a mismatch already, and we can easily push the ball down the field now that we got a tall enough quarterback that can actually see him and bring that ball down into his chest instead of having to jump up 30 feet to get the ball. Yeah. Not anything against Heineke, because Heineke, he was the man, but that's where I am with Mr. Logan Thomas. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I think didn't Logan Thomas get hurt after Chase Young got hurt though? I think he got hurt.
Right, yeah.
Logan Thomas went out twice, I thought, last year.
He did. I think one of the injuries one was a head injury, though. You're right, Tracy. The first one was a head injury. Then he came back, then it was a knee injury. Yeah.
So him being not ready for game one, that makes sense that he's going to be a little bit behind Chase. But I think we also got to give, like I said, a nod to St. Jude's. He should be back strong. And also McKissick got hurt last year too, and he's going to be full strength. So we got a couple pieces that are going to be ready, man, that we didn't even have last year. So everything that I was talking about as far as the draft's concerned and what we picked up and what we didn't pick up, we had to look at the pieces that we didn't have last year that we're going to have this year that we didn't have to draft.
Well, it sounds like the coach is counting on that, Deacon. Counting on.
Oh yeah, especially middle linebacker.
So let's go there. Before we go there, real quick, Big Al, did you want to say anything about Logan?
Not just that the fact that Logan's talking about the third or fourth game, maybe the sixth game, somewhere in that area that he should be ready to go 100%. That means we have a young tight end, one of our young guys that's playing tight end, gonna have to fill in for him, which is the second year player. Bates is going to be the main guy, and then we're going to have the rookie that we picked up, and then we're going to have Samus, and then this year's rookie will probably be the third receiver. This year's rookie.
Samus is still a project.
Hey man.
Well, Samus can block though. They say Samus can block.
They say Samus is pushing people all over the field.
Yeah, they say Samus can block, man.
What does that mean when the other team know you're coming in the block?
it means that Antonio Gibson is going to run right behind him, and let's see if y'all can stop him.
You know what you can use Sanders as? You can use him as a double tight. You go double tight.
Right.
Old school Washington, yes,
Right.
sir.
Double tight, yep.
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean? Samuels ain't ready to catch the ball yet, but he's ready. He can block. And that's what they talk about using him as the blocking tight end. And he's a good special teams player too, they say.
He out there like Tom Brady trying to catch the ball.
Hey, you know what, guys? Talk about tight ends real quick before we go to the next subject. I was looking at a Dallas thing because just getting on. I want to figure out what's going on with the enemy. You know, I want to stay close to the enemy.
Dallas?
I said Dallas. I want to stay close.
See? And he don't answer emails. He didn't read the memos. So that's two things.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at, and guess who's on the Dallas team that we got to hate? My main man, Sprinkle.
We have a sprinkler.
Little sprinkly boy.
A little sprinkly boy.
Sprinkle
He's still there.
Still
He's
there.
the third tight end. We're gonna have to bust up. We're gonna have to bust up Sprinkle. We got to bust that Sprinkle. We're gonna bust that Sprinkle, man. I want to bust that Sprinkle.
We're gonna have to throw the ball into the bench to get him into the game.
Man, we gotta bust that Sprinkle. I want to bust that Sprinkle.
He didn't get a chance. All right, look, real quick, we'll keep this thing moving. If you're still moving with us, man, again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share our content. We just fans for the fans, by some fans, man. Want to say shout out to all those content creators who out there who we just kind of help us to get along and figure out what we're doing. But anyway, so at the end of the day, this is the DMV OGs and show. And one of the things that we're talking about is that somebody's going to have to show his caliber. And that is Cole Holcomb. Because right now, they're giving him the mic. He's either going to drop it with some authority or he's going to drop it and we're going to have some problems. But we all know, and we've been saying this since he's been here, that Cole Holcomb, honestly, has been consistent. Probably one of the most consistent linebackers that we've had watching. Doesn't say a whole lot, but he's at the top of the charts for me, and I think the brothers will all agree, and maybe a lot of fans. So, for me, being here as long as he has consistently, this is an opportunity for him to see the field. I brought up the guy last time, and I forgot his name already, but I want to try to bring him up again. We had a linebacker similar to Holcomb, a lot shorter, didn't have the athletic ability of Holcomb, but his name was it Cooper? Not Cooper Coleman? What was it? Y'all forgot too.
I thought you were gonna say Mayo. I mean Mayo. You talking about Mayo?
No.
Several years ago.
Yes, it was several years ago, but we got his name and we forgot.
We'll mention it.
Okay.
Hey, look. We can talk a little
Keep
bit.
it moving now. I'm gonna figure it out.
Moving. First of all, DMV Sports fans, why my boy Trey Googling the linebacker? I want to talk about my Wizards /Bullets.
Big Al.
/Bullets.
Stay on focus.
Hey, no, why he's Googling? He's Googling. He's Googling.
I know we still talking about
/Bullets.
We still talking
/Bullets. We're gonna talk about that tip. We got that 10th round pick. We got that 10th round pick. So I'm excited, baby. I'm excited. Get the 10th round pick. We're gonna get another Kisper. We get another Kisper with a 10th round pick. So I just want to say that real quick.
Well, I appreciate that, Big Al, but hopefully we don't pick another forward. We don't need no more forwards on our team. We got a chock full of forwards.
Anyway.
Let me just say this about Holcomb. He has progressed as a linebacker. And he filled in spots last year. He wasn't horrible, so that's all right. Nobody's worried about that. I hope they don't stay just to stay on him to see if he can finish the year out at middle linebacker if he's not doing the job. Because we have middle linebackers and he's a good outside linebacker. So if we need to switch him out, man, switch him out early. Don't leave it there.
So Dickie, you want to put Mayo in?
Give him practice, man.
You put Mayo in then and have Mayo.
I would even, I mean, you put Mayo in. You got your two fast linebackers on the side that could cover up any mistakes, and you let Mayo just,
I mean, if I'm
inside.
But Deacon, if I'm an offensive coordinator while Trey's still looking up that linebacker, if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm looking for Mayo, and I'm isolating my tight end on Mayo, and I'm trying to go at him because we all know Mayo has a problem. He can feel the run, but he can't cover because he's really slow.
No. I understand that, but you can only do that so many times.
That's true.
I mean, you're going 5 yards down the field every time. You can only do that so many times.
Well, a weak spot is a weak spot, though, man. Mayo is a second or third string.
I'm not saying he's a starter at any point. I'm just saying that I hope that we have a backup plan if it doesn't work out, and a viable one, not just somebody you throw somebody in there because he's been, a 15-year veteran.
Well, I think the Commanders picked up some rookies in the the aftermarket.
I don't want a rookie. I don't want a rookie running my defense, man. That's what I'm just saying. I don't want a rookie as
Cole Holcomb. Now I'm back. Is a William Compton.
William Compton. That's it. Compton.
What? Legit. This guy was good enough to play 2 more seasons or a couple more seasons with other teams, man. Compton was listen. Now, if you thought back in the day, you remember our linebacker core was kind of weak then. Compton came in, was able to shut a couple of plays down. He had his football IQ was high. And if he had Cole Holcomb's athletic ability, size, and stature, come on, man.
Yeah, he was a smaller Cole Holcomb.
He was tiny. He was London Fletcher without being London Fletcher.
Yeah. I get it. I'm just saying that I just want a backup plan. I need a viable backup plan because this is going to be his first stint at taking over. That's all. Right. This is not his natural position.
Well, apparently last year he wasn't playing middle, but he was calling all the defenses, though. He was the one that had the mic in his ear calling the defenses. Yeah. He just didn't play middle. He was still playing outside, but he was calling the defenses, and he was trying to help out Davis, who was lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
So they moved him to his right position now.
Right. So they moved him back to his right position and put Holcomb in the middle because he was already calling the defenses. Because apparently, we had that injury with that. I'm terrible with names too, Trey. With a slow dude. What was that slow dude that was supposed to start last year? Bostic.
See how I did? Y'all didn't do that for me. I used the little bit of brain I had left. They put up one name. And 2 of y'all couldn't help.
It is hard to call the defense at a different position than middle linebacker.
Right.
Differently. But I hope it works out. I hope it works out because we don't really have another option.
We don't.
I don't mind Holcomb playing the middle linebacker.
As long as he plays it.
I think honestly that is probably best for him.
Because it's not only playing middle linebacker. You have to line everybody up.
Now Holcomb was
more than just your position; it's everybody's position.
You got to know the whole field. You got to know. Hey, Deacon, though, did you know that Holcomb was on his last year of his rookie deal, and he wants to play middle? He talked about it. I seen him on TV talking about playing middle because middle linebackers get paid more money. Yeah. So next year,
listen, if it works out and he's a good middle linebacker, you pay him as a good middle linebacker.
Right.
But if he's not, you move him back to the outside and say, dude, this is your natural position, so you don't get as much.
Yeah, right.
It is what it is.
I also think Jamin Davis is going to be a different Jamin Davis. We're going to see the that we all were looking for.
You take that punch off of him.
He got humble, he got corrected, and now watch what I say. So keeping it moving, fellas. We're going to end the show tonight with talking some money. And we're talking some money, and we're talking about what every DMV and anybody who calls himself a Commander fan is waiting on. They're waiting on this moment for the Commanders to sit down with Mr. Scary Terry himself to broker his deal. Big Al did a deep dive. We ain't done this in a while. Big Al, focus on the camera. Big Al did a deep dive, y'all. And if you knew when Big Al does a deep dive, y'all better pay attention. Big Al break down
deep, baby.
Deep dive. Y'all hear the music. Y'all hear it. Break down the deep dive on my man, Scary Terry.
So Scary Terry has not made any money as far as football is concerned, or football players concerned. Of course, at regular people's salary, he's doing great. You know what I'm saying? But football salary, he hasn't made what football salary or what he's worth. Pretty much, he started his career out as a third or fourth round pick, and he was only making between $500,000 and $700,000. And this year, after being here 3 years already, he's drafted in 2019. After being here 3 years, I think he's scheduled to make between $900,000 and $1 million. And that's kind of light because that's light because when you look at the salaries of wide receivers, Scary Terry is like number 79 on receiver money, which is way down. And we all know he's at least a top 10 to top 15 wide receiver with no quarterback. Without a quarterback
in the NFC East.
Yeah, so he deserves a lot more money. He's underpaid. Unfortunately, Scary's a little bit older athlete because he started late coming out of college, so he's around 27 years old. So this is going to be his big contract for him. He may have another contract after this, but this is going to be his big boy contract. Now, the top receivers right now, we all know, is Tyreek Hill, and he's making about $30 million a year. And then you go down to Adams, of course, at the Raiders, and he's right behind them, making about $28 million. And then you go to Hopkins, making about $27 million. And then after that is A.J. Brown. Philly, our rival, is paying A.J. Brown $25 million. So that means that Scary wants around that type of money. He feels like he should get that kind of money because not only is he underpaid, he's actually our captain and our leader, one of our major leaders. So Scary,
motivator,
you
stays
know,
on the field, avoids the injury. The recovery bug.
Recovery bug, and he's a steady guy, man. So he's a good dude too. Now, because the team is in flux, Scary might not give us no discount. We would like him to give us a discount, but I don't think he is because the team is in flux. And like I say, he's 27 years old, so this is his money-making year right now. So I'm assuming that Scary wants good money, somewhere around $25 million a year. Guys, this is the question: should we pay Scary that type of money?
I would pay him the 20. Like I said, I would give him up to 26 if he wants to be, $1 million over the dude in Philly.
Just $1 million.
The $1 works. You're still the most highest. Listen. This guy, like you said, is the captain of the team. He's been here. He hasn't complained. He's always been where he needed to be. He's played through multiple quarterbacks
that were terrible.
Yeah, and still produced at the same time. He has been the focal point of the offense and still got his yards. So put him with what we have now and a real quarterback, I think he should excel even more. So I'm not really worried about how much we're gonna offer him. I'm worried about him actually wanting to sign. Because like you said, the team is in flux, new name, new organizations. Everybody's trying to get better. And this is going to be his big boy contract. So hopefully he wants to stay. That's going to be the main thing. If he wants to stay, he'll get paid when he wants to get paid. I don't think he's going to jam us up and ask for $30 million. If you ask for $30 million, then you're asking us to trade you or just to leave. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing. Because that's what Sheriff did. He jammed us up for $18 million a year, and with the Jacksonville got $14 million because he wouldn't take us giving him $18 million. He lost $4 million because he wanted to jam us up. And you could have just asked to leave. It's okay. If that's what you want to do, just let everybody know that that's what you want to do. So I don't think he wants to leave. I think he wants to play here, and that's a rarity. So you give him this money. You give him the $26 million, and you find other ways to do other things. Because right now, nobody else is worth it on our team. So, Carson Wentz is getting 28, isn't he?
Yep.
So,
28.
That's quarterback money, though. That's cheap for quarterback.
But Carson Wentz is the number one paid commander at this moment.
Yeah.
Trey, what do you think about Terry deserving big time money? Is he a AJ Brown? Is he a Hopkins? Is he a Adams? Is he a Cheetah?
It's funny you asked that question. Don't know if he's any of those guys. I don't really compare him to that. I wonder what the Cheetah would have played like in Washington, or AJ Brown, for that matter. Well, my thing is, does he deserve it? Absolutely. With the pedigree, the situations that he's gone through, this is who else deserves it more than Scary? Period. There's just no way around. You could tell me that I could look at him and go, well, he's not that player. There's not a situation where his personality, conflicts with the team. And hell, here at Washington, you can have a personality straight from the bottom of deep depths and work with this team. But Scary, consummate professional. Scary, he's been hurt before, but not for a very long time. Scary, able to still compete with the likes of a RG3, a Heineke, Alex Smith. You could run on the list of how many quarterbacks Scary Terry had to deal with, and he's done it consistently. So with that being said, if there's anybody else that deserves this, I can't find it.
What hasn't he done?
Exactly. Legal. I'm surprised. If we had any kind of coaching throughout the years, I'm surprised they didn't put him back at least one time to return a punt. Has that ever happened? I don't know. But if anybody was to go back there and do that, and if all of us were to sit there and watch it, we would go, oh, we don't want him to get hurt, but can't wait to see what happens. Because that's who Scary Terry is.
Well, really, they drafted him to do that. Remember, he was a special teams guy when they drafted him.
He's a talent now. So at the end of the day, he earned it. There has to be a level of somewhere in this organization, and I think that's what the fans are always looking for. Is like, what happened to that idea of you're here in Washington, this is what you do? Because it's funny, because a lot of our older players, what ends up happening? They return to Washington. They commentate. Shout out to who is it London Fletcher? He's now going to take over for our man
D Hall.
D Hall, yep. London Fletcher played many years in Philly, but where is he now? Back in Washington. You know what I'm saying?
Happy to be home.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, that is the thing that we want to still develop, and we got to start somewhere. Let's start right now with Terry. Give him the money.
Well, I'm gonna say this: it's still a business, fellas.
Here you go.
It's still a business, baby, and we all have been in leadership, and we have ran businesses. We have ran businesses together. We know business. We know that everybody has a price, and then sometimes there is a price that was too much to pay. You know what I'm saying? So we all been to the club and said, nah, we ain't paying that for that. You know what I'm saying? That's too much. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we have to have a number in our head that we're going to pay Scary, because Scary is for us a big time receiver. He's our number one guy. But if he goes over that number, then we can't afford him. And I think that number is around 23 to 25. That's where I feel like the number should be at, around that number. Once he goes over that number, we got to piece him out, and
26 back out. 26. You get him 26.
No,
give me one more mil.
So I think
I
think, from a business perspective, we gotta be prudent, because we gotta say hopefully Chase Young becomes Chase Young that we think he's gonna be. Hopefully Sweat continues to improve. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Carson Wentz is the Carson Wentz that we think he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pay him too. If he comes to that, you know what I'm saying? So we got a few players on the team. We gotta pay Cam Curl. We know Cam Curl is a productive player. He's, as far as leadership wise and being productive.
Starts with Terry, Big Al. Starts with Terry. So if Terry gets the money, then everybody at your name get the money. I mean, not now. Everybody can't get the money, but It all goes down to imagine if we have 4 or 5 players producing to the point where they do become viable.
You gotta have your core. You gotta have your core. Listen, if you're willing to let Terry go, then it tells the whole team that, hey, look, they don't really care about you. The only guy who's coming here for less and did more, and you let him go. You let the captain go. We have to start somewhere, like you said. And you start with him because you know that you're going to get your money's worth.
Okay, but Sheriff was our best offensive lineman, and we let him go.
Yeah, but
Sheriff
he didn't want to
wasn't a
sign the
captain.
contract. That's his fault. He didn't want to sign the contract.
He wasn't a captain, meaning that some positions warrant the captain moniker. If Sheriff played defense, you might have got that captain thing. He might have got the money. But that offensive lineman is the lowest man on the totem pole when it comes to that. I think the only person that's ever transcended that is Big Williams, and Trent Williams. He's the only person that transcended that offensive lineman, aura around them.
Trent Williams has a chance to be a Hall of Famer if he can win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So
I'm not saying he don't deserve it, but I'm just saying if that was Trent, if Sheriff was Trent, we'd be right here.
Right. Well, I mean, Sheriff is not Trent. We're not going to say that. You know what I'm saying? But Sheriff was our best offensive lineman for the last couple of years since Trent left. And we decided that we have a number that we was going to pay him, and he wanted more than that number. And that's the same thing I'm saying with Scary Terry.
Well, yeah, but Al, he wanted more than the market would bear for him. He wanted more than any lineman wanted. He wanted to be the highest paid lineman, period, in the league.
No.
He
said that he wanted Washington to make it the highest paid lineman in the league. He didn't care about other teams.
Well,
he wanted Washington to play for this franchise.
That's all we care about.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when Jacksonville came to calling, he took less money.
Because wasn't nobody else calling. We offered him market value for what his position. Matter of fact, we overvalued him in the market because we was offering him more than $14 million.
So I'm asking you, my question to you is, Deacon and Trey, is Scary Terry, Cheetah, Hopkins, Adams money?
Yeah, but that's 30 million dollars. We're talking about 25, 26.
Is he AJ Brown money then?
Yes.
Hey, but see the thing, that it's all in context, Al. That's what I'm saying. It's all in context. Look at those teams that those guys play for. I mean, it's in context. And so I think that, yeah, he's that guy in context.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see. Right now, supposedly, the Commanders are getting their chips together and lining them up to pay them. That's the word on the street is.
People are selling trophies and, you know what I'm saying? They're going into their sock drawer. Everything's happening, baby. We go get Terry signed, baby. I love it.
Whatever needs to be done.
Hey, my grandson is breaking the piggy bank, baby. He wants to see Commanders get his first Super Bowl as a Commander fan. Hey, well, listen, at this point right now, we have been going around here. A lot of people say we got to get to the point. And the point is, we are the OGs of the DMV. You have just witnessed the OGs of the DMV show. It's important that you understand that we are here for you as a fan, for the fans, by the fans. Like and subscribe. Hey, and lastly, happy birthday, Malcolm X.